Good evening. This is CTV News for Thursday, May 18th. I'm Denise Douglas.
And I'm Sonia Shrivastava. Glad to have you with us tonight. Well, after a year of repairs, headaches, and shuttle buses, Safetrack is about to come to an end. Metro has announced a final date for the project. Surge 16 begins on June 17th and ends on June the 25th. Now, it will affect Red Line trains and means Shady Grove and Rockville stations will be closed during the work week. If you take the Red Line trains, Metro says you can either use shuttle buses at those stations or start your trip at Twin Brook, White Flint, or Grosvenor. When all is said and done, Metro will have squeezed 3 years of emergency maintenance work into one. Meantime, U.S. Senator Chris Van Hollen and his Democratic colleagues on Capitol Hill take on the GOP's effort to overhaul the nation's existing healthcare system. In a press conference earlier today, Van Hollen and others talked about the toll a repeal on the Affordable Care Act will have on millions across the country. Van Hollen says the Republicans are more interested in sabotaging the current plan than working on a reasonable alternative.
We have urged President Trump and our Republican colleagues to work with us on some very common sense improvements to those exchanges to help bring down the costs of deductibles and the costs of copays. But it's very clear that President Trump and Republicans here in Congress are not interested in improving the exchanges. They're much more focused on blowing them up.
The group says the Trump administration's plan has already increased prices and reduced options within the healthcare market.
Well, the Justice Department has tapped former FBI Director Robert Mueller to serve as special counsel for the Russian investigation. The department made the announcement on Wednesday. Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein says Mueller will oversee the probe into possible collusion between Trump's campaign associates and Russian presidential folks. Maryland Senator Ben Cardin calls the choice of Mueller solid and says Rosenstein has taken an important step toward restoring the credibility of the DOJ and FBI in regards to this matter. Mueller, a former prosecutor and U.S. Marine, served as FBI director under President George W. Bush and Barack Obama. Students from across the state headed to the shores of the Chesapeake Bay. The annual Maryland Green Schools Youth Summit took place at Sandy Point State Park in Annapolis. Today, schools were honored for their work in becoming more environmentally friendly. Youngsters even got a chance to get up close and personal with owls and snakes at the Tuckahoe State Park.
We bring the schools together to celebrate and also to participate in an environmental literacy fair, and this year we have a green jobs fair so they can learn about green jobs. With all of the efforts that students are doing with reducing waste, saving energy, and building habitat for and around their schools, that it's good for them to get out once a year and really celebrate all of that work. It's an achievement to do and to be awarded the Maryland Green School Award.
27 schools from throughout Prince George's County participated in the event.